Hey, 2K TV friends. Olivier Cedra, PA announcer for the Brooklyn Nets here with you. I canceled my jet ski tennis lesson so I could be here to serve up your top plays of the week. Let's go. Slithering in with Olarun JR21 in Vipers territory.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement from the coaches to the players to us here in the booth. I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all of sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
I'll look at the West All-Stars starting group. Doncic out there with Curry, and it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Butler, and it's Towns in at the power forwards position.
It really doesn't matter what position LeBron is playing, the point, the 4 or the 5. James changes games with his passing ability.
So the East able to put the first points up on the board. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And so Young will bring it up for the East All-Stars. There's the drive.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And, Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
That's good from Young.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
And so Young nails them both.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Butler finds Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Well, I don't think I've ever seen a lack of effort from Towns on the glass. He is a glass eater and keeps possessions alive for his team.
Now, here is Young. The three. And it's Curry with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
I tell you what, you cannot let Butler get loose in these fast break situations. He's too quick and too smart in the open floor.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And putting that pressure on the rim, that's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
We'll now go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Darvin Ham. David.
He didn't talk a lot about their game strategy. It was just about getting guys involved when they're on the floor. He also wants to see certain lineups together. He said it's fun dreaming about what could be if you had all this talent on the same team. Guys?
Thank you, David. And Embiid is right there. Embiid's got his second basket of the night.
Embiid right there to get the rebound and put it right back up. Excellent anticipation.
Doncic with it. Outside Curry. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Young outside. LeBron James on the wing. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
They get it back. Jokic. Good D by Embiid.
And guys, I tell you what, they are getting after it on both ends here tonight. This game isn't all about offense this year.
Yeah, it's really been a competitive contest. It's not just a show. These teams are getting after it.
And he banks in the layup.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
A big group substitution here for the East. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Kevin Durant comes in for James. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Ball. And it's Morant in for Trae Young. Morant passes to Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
Man, nice to see how Embiid operates in the pick and roll. Knows how to set hard screens as well as where and when to roll.
Now here's Harden. Williamson outside. Knocked away. Embiid with the steal by himself, and Embiid throws it down.
Well, he's got such a good understanding of when to go after the steals. Excellent instincts defensively from Embiid there.
To the middle, and Davis sends it back.
Just doing the job on the backdoor.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going. Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Lillard finds Brown. And here's Leonard. Great D that time from Davis.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Here's Williamson. Kevin Durant with the rebound. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Back to Morant. Offensive rebound. Here's Embiid out to Morant. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. Here's Lillard. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And no stopping Lillard. Excellent at staying in control no matter what the D throws at him.
The West All-Stars shooting their first free throw tonight. Free throw good, Damian Lillard. Morant, that's for two, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. All right, there's the horn. It's a close game at the end of one, and the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. Back with you again on the most entertaining night on the NBA calendar. 1 quarter down and 3 to play in the All-Star game.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
You're a little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight, and that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
On the court for the West All-Stars, Bam Adebayo is out there with Butler. Then it's Curry. Then there's Doncic, and it's Ingram in at the small forward position.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
And Embiid has got the ball here for the East. Garland dishes to James and finished off by LeBron.
Boom! LeBron. He's still got major bounce and force on the fly.
Butler kicks to Curry. Three-pointer. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Curry's got 6.
And that's getting it done from deep. That's what the All-Star game gives you, the freedom to show your full range.
You know, taking that shot in a regular season game might get you a spot on the bench, but here, it gets you a standing O.
And some changes here for the East. Davis is checked in for Embiid. Antetokounmpo comes in for Evan Mobley. And Trae Young subbed in for Garland. The West also making some changes. Jokic is checked in for Bam Adebayo. And Karl Anthony Towns subbed in for Ingram. Here's Davis, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
There are very few that can handle and battle with Davis inside. I mean, he's got really tremendous strength and agility and a nice touch.
And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the East All-Stars.
Their defense has been so aggressive right out of the gate, wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
But how about their scoring in transition as well? That's been a big factor to this point. Are those high tops or track shoes these guys are wearing? My goodness.
That free throw, no good.
You know, with that combination of strength and length, Davis can easily overwhelm defenders and get himself to the foul line. You don't see him have too many of those trips to the line.
Now here's Curry. He's got 6.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
And Davis gets it to go on the assist from Antetokounmpo.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
The West trails by 3. Outside Curry. Butler passes to Towns. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Boy, how do you stop Karl Anthony Towns, an elite scoring talent with incredible size?
West All-Stars shooting their second and third free throws tonight. No good on that one.
Well, one of the ways you mark consistency is looking at a player's efficiency rating, and Cat is generally among the best in the league.
And the second free throw, good. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Young against Curry. Young dishes to Davis. The kick out to LeBron. Pass to Giannis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the East leads by 4.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Now here's Towns. Butler with the ball. Now guarded by Giannis. 5 to shoot. Curry outside. It's good from long range. Curry's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And he's on a good pace here from three-point range. Made 1 in the first, 2 more here in the second. It seems like with more to come.
Davis finds ball. James looking around. Antetokounmpo. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Giannis has got 4 points this quarter.
You know, when you're talking about guys who can score over anybody, Antetokounmpo's name always comes up. So hard to defend.
The score now all even.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Young from outside. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Butler passes to Towns. Poked loose. Stolen by Ball. And here we go. The East with a fast break. Young with the ball. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the East. Randall's checked in for Davis. Durant comes in for James. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Ball. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Williamson is checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Jimmy Butler. James Harden is checked in for Doncic. And Lillard subbed in for Curry.
Boy, the passing ability of Jokic is really something. I mean, he's proven to be quite the capable playmaker.
Lillard against Young, and stolen by Lillard. Here's Harden. Finished off the break. Harden's got the lead up to 4 now for the West All-Stars.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Yeah, things are starting to look up. I mean, they're making amends for that slow start, finding a rhythm right now.
And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the West. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Leonard against Randall. Unloads from 13. And it's Leonard missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the West All-Stars. And it was from three-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. SRO, standing room only.
Ooh, nice.
I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Got Shaq here, got Kenny the Jet. An amazing first half of basketball. And it looks like we've got a game on our hands that will cap off this great weekend in style. The East and West both giving the fans everything they could have hoped for. This is shaping up to be an all-star classic.
This has really been fun, Ernie. Appreciate it very much. I love how these teams are going at it. Nice to see such a competitive game.
This game is important to these guys, and they know the world is watching, and they want to put on a show. Both of these teams are doing exactly this so far.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
One half remaining in the NBA All-Star game. Good to have you along on 2K Sports.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
They've got Embiid. Antetokounmpo is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Ball in at the 2-guard spot. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. And Doncic gets it to go.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Young against Curry. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
The West leading by 4. Outside Curry. Doncic against Ball. Outside Butler. Clock at 6. And the rejection by LeBron.
Phenomenal work on defense. James using his athleticism to make a statement with that block.
And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
You can almost feel the mindset he has. I mean, when the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Curry passes to Doncic. Back to Curry. Outside Butler. Pass to Towns. Knocks it loose, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. The East making a switch. Morant's checked in. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Adebayo is checked in for Nikola Jokic. So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars. Here's Adebayo. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Just 2 to shoot. And the rejection by LeBron. And so it looks like it'll be still with the West All-Stars. Evan Mobley's checked in for Antetokounmpo.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
The East trail by 4. Morant looking around. Embiid trying to break loose. That shot missing. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
And here is Butler following John Morant's 3. Now the pass to Curry. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. A tight game here in Cleveland. Here's Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
Yeah, and the number of slams here we're seeing tonight off the charts.
Somebody forgot to tell these guys the dunk contest is on a different night.
And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
You know, that's about as good a defensive play as you're going to see. Instant reaction to get a hand on the shot. Beautifully done.
Towns dishes to Curry. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Offensive rebound. The shot by Adebayo, no good. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the East. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Here's Ball. Embiid trying to break loose. And Ball slams it in.
Ball exploding off the floor for a big slam. The young fella's got some pretty good hops on him.
The West trails by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Doncic. That one a little long.
Well, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
And James throws it down hard.
You know, we always get some great dunks in this game, and I think we can add that to the list.
Check out the reaction. Listen to that. I mean, that slam was a raise the roofer.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Davis is checked in for the East. Kevin Durant comes in for Mobley. Here's Harden. Here's Ball. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on James Harden.
And Ball really confident even amongst the big fellas inside, which is why he's able to draw these fouls.
And that one misses.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. He hits the second from the line.
You can just see the promise Ball has. It's oozing out of him. Already a triple-double threat, and he rebounds it so well at his position. Man, the future's really bright for this young man.
Now here's Williamson over Davis, and it's Williamson missing.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
The West trails by 8. Leonard kicks to Lillard. To the inside. Stolen by Ball. Lobbed up there for KD. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And it doesn't even have to be an accurate pass. With Durant's length, you can just throw it up and you know this guy will get it.
Lillard outside. Back to Harden. Williamson outside. Shot to stop the run. Harden's shot is off.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over.
You're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Jokic has checked in for Zion Williamson. Harden outside. Lillard the pass to Jokic. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That is his first foul of the game. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for the West. Substitution on the court. .23 seconds left here in the third quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. LaMelo Ball picks one up.
A superstar who really kind of keeps to himself. Leonard truly leads by example, and it's produced titles.
West All-Stars shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. The first free throw is good. Leonard hits them both. Now the East All-Stars with it. Really controlling it now with an 18-2 run here. Floats it up for Davis and finished off by Davis.
There's no stopping that. AD is too long and strong to bother that alley-oop.
Now here's Leonard. Fires from deep. Off target with that shot. And so it's the East All-Stars enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be back with you shortly. Well, we're back on a night that's always a highlight of any NBA season. We're live from the All-Star game.
And, you know, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star game, is there?
On the court for the West All-Stars, getting the 4th quarter going. We've got Luka Doncic. Jimmy Butler is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Curry in at point guard. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. The kick outside to Butler. It's hauled in by the East. Embiid's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Giannis outside. And the dunk by Giannis.
Man, it would be kind of cool to be Giannis for just one game. He makes dunking and getting to the rim look so easy.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Butler kicks to Doncic. Towns trying to get open, and it's Doncic missing. The East leading by 14. Pass to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Showing off the superb handle for a 7-footer, Joel Embiid. handles that thing tight.
And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the West. Tipped away. Embiid with the steal. Lays it up off the glass. Embiid's got 4 this quarter. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the East All-Stars.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
You know, something else that catches my eye is the fact that they have blocked a bunch of shots. I mean, the block shot totals, extremely impressive. The defensive intensity, top level.
Here are the East All-Stars. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Off target from outside. And a deep 3 from Curry. Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. It's on Kevin Durant. And he's good on the first of 3.
And even if you're not a fan of Curry or a fan of his team, you can't help but marvel at some of the shots this guy sinks on a nightly basis.
Catching up on the changes for the East. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander checked in for LaMelo Ball. Young is subbed in for Morant.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
The East leading by 15. Outside Durant. And he slams it down right on top of Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh, and the crowd goes crazy after seeing that finish.
Yep, a throwdown appropriate for the occasion. That's how to get these fans revved up and excited.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
And he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up better fight on the inside.
James checked in for Durant. Now here's Curry. Outside Butler. Just 5 to shoot. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And you see Towns with the big sure hands controlling that putback.
And a deep 3 from James. Out of bounds. It'll be the West All-Stars ball. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Third minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Curry kicks to Jokic. Curry dishes to Doncic. Outside for Curry. Drains it from beyond the arc. Curry's got 6 here in this quarter.
And the greatest shooter we have ever seen. Curry is just lethal from outside.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. Count it. And he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
Powerful move by Embiid right there. He makes beating the defense look easy.
Curry against Young. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Again, the West All-Stars.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an all-star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the all-star week.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bench.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Getting better and better as a playmaker. Giannis is the ultimate team-first superstar. He does put up big assist numbers, and that's an evolving part of his game.
Now, here's Doncic. Towns, the pass to Curry. Here's Jokic. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Look, this package that Jokic has, instinct, length, timing, you don't have to jump really high if you've got those things working for you to be effective as a rebound.
A big group substitution here for the East. Julius Randle's checked in for Joel Embiid. Mobley comes in for Antetokounmpo. Kevin Durant's checked in for James. And it's Garland in for Young. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Williamson is checked in for Jokic. Jaylen Brown comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. Ingram, he's checked in for Doncic. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Curry.
Well, that'll get everybody on the bench fired up. They love to see KD playing some D like that.
Garland with the bucket.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
And it's Ingram missing. Now Mobley. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. So it's the East All-Stars winning this one easily.
And guys, while the result and the bragging rights go to the East, this was truly a night that belonged to the fans. I mean, it was another great showcase of the world-class talent across the NBA.
It seems to get better and better every year, doesn't it, Greg? Huh? So fun to watch. It was certainly a fun evening. We thank all of you for joining us and watching with us. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll see you again next time